The table topics, oh, sorry, The table topics master calls upon several members to deliver 1 to 2 minute talks on a topic that's announced right before someone speaks. So looking out our windows in October's golden light, we see beauty unsurpassed. It's a truly lovely sight. Welcome to October, everyone. As we watch the leaves start to change from golden yellows to burnt oranges to crimson reds, they feel like crunchy cornflakes under our feet. With the falling of the leaves, we know that the holidays are right around the corner, and it's time to prepare because we want to be able to rise to any occasion. This analogy of the preparation we do to prepare for the holiday season is similar to how we prepare to speak in front of a large audience, or advocate for ourselves with a difficult boss, or prepare for an interview, or speak up during a team meeting. I know I've waited until the last minute to prepare for the holidays, making me feel unprepared and scatterbrained. For example, I once sent my Christmas cards out a week later because I forgot to buy stamps. Talk about procrastination. Brian, I'm wondering if you would be able to tell us about a time when you failed to prepare for a holiday festivity, which left you feeling pressured.
Yes, I would be able to do that.
Great.
So 3 years ago, before I came to the United States, we had our town cultural festival. I come from a town called Bamenda in a country called Cameroon, in a continent called Africa, on a planet called Earth, in a galaxy called the Milky Way. So this local festival, cultural festival, is a display of art and culture, local art and local culture. As God will have it, my city is very multicultural. So there are different ethnic groups with different languages, different local languages, different kinds of food, different traditional dressing, and different manner of behaviors. To represent my culture, I was supposed to dress in my traditional attire. And I was supposed to parade down the main street through the town, gallivanting around and showing off the flair and the jovial nature of the tribe I come from. Unfortunately for me, my tailor did not deliver my clothing on time. One day before the event, my clothing was not yet ready. So I had to improvise. I had to sew. I had to learn how to sew. I had to learn from YouTube. I had to cut through my fingers with a needle in trying to stitch together the hood for my traditional attire. On that day, I woke up in the morning and for whatsoever reason, I couldn't find my trousers and my pants. And I had to call a friend and borrow his, and he is much slimmer than I am. And so I had to wear a caricature kind of dressing and parade down the street. And it was so much an embarrassment for me. In the end, nobody seemed to care. Everyone was happy and it was a good day. And so I learned that little things may matter to me, but they may not matter to every other person. Thank you.
Very good, Brian. And I like the way you ended that. That was awesome. And it was very interesting to learn about your culture. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For my first anniversary, my husband had me in tears at the end of the day because I thought he had forgotten our special day. Can you tell me, Aisha, about a time when you forgot someone's birthday or another special occasion which left you in hot water with someone that you cared for?
So I forgot my son's birthday. I've been working a lot at that time. And he was just crying and upset with me. Mom, you didn't get my cake. I said, well, what are you talking about? I didn't get your cake. He said, my cake, my red velvet cake that you promised me for my birthday. And I said, oh my gosh, I gotta go get you a cake. So I was able to go to the store to get him a cake. And then I came back, but it was just a slice of cake. But at least it was red velvet.
Our cakes are so important to us. It's funny, we all have one cake we love, right?
Right.
Yeah, that sometimes makes up for it though, right? I'm sure it
Right.
did. Okay, because I've written some really great cover letters about my skills and experiences, I've landed myself some really amazing interviews. And then I walked in the door unable to talk about myself. Lillian, I was wondering if you could tell us about your biggest interview failure and when you fell flat on your face because you didn't prepare for an important question.
Well, as I reflect back, I've been working since I was 16. But reflecting back, I only had about a couple of jobs. I don't change jobs often. But one interview that I can remember that I didn't think I did so well was a government position. I went in there. I felt confident in myself. I was ready, whatever they had to say. But one of the things that I got a little, I guess, pulled back was, what is my strengths? And I couldn't really think of, at the time, I don't know, I just couldn't really think of anything. It was just blank. And I looked at the interviewer and just smiled. But then I thought about one of the strengths that I was able to share with them was that I'm a person who enjoy talking, and a person who like to be on time. But I just couldn't get it out at the time, and I felt so bad. And the interview just smiled at me, didn't really say anything. But at the end, I was very pleased that they just helped me to just gave me a handshake and said thank you. But when I left there and went home, I just felt so bad because I just couldn't answer that question at the time. So thank you.
Yes, I commiserate with you. I know that finding our strengths without trying to sound either too boastful or just coming up with something sometimes is very difficult. But I agree, that's definitely a strength I can tell already. So
thank you.
You're welcome. One of my favorite books is called The Inner Game of Tennis, which is a guide to the mental side of peak performance, and it's by Timothy Galloway. Even if you don't play tennis, I highly suggest this book. One of the passages that starts off the book by Maharaji goes, "What is the real game? It is a game in which the heart is entertained, the game in which you are entertained. It is the game you will win." Would you tell me, and I hope I don't mess this up, but Shakar Karki, please tell me how to say it, about a time that you felt you were in the zone and operating at peak performance.
So hello everyone. My name is Sakar Karki.
Thank you very much.
Yes, once I played when I was in college for a soccer tournament, and I scored the most crucial goal that ended up winning us the game. And that was the time when I kind of felt on that day that I was gonna actually do something special, and just had some kind of inner intuition that I could actually do something really good for the team, and that's one of the occasion that I remember for 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 what you're talking about.
Okay, that's great. I can imagine that sports are kind of similar, you know, whether it's tennis or soccer or whatever. But when you know that you're in the zone, you're just playing kind of without really thinking about it too much, just enjoying the moment.
Totally.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for engaging me in this delightful conversation.